Hello everyone, Skye Pank is part of the franchise tag with Henry Hodgson, NFL UK General Manager.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks for making the time.
Yeah, of course.
So how are you enjoying today so far? Great event,
It's
obviously.
amazing. Yeah, it's really cool to see these girls playing. I got a chance to see them when they first were being sort of trained and finding out about this program. That was in March on International Women's Day.
Yeah.
And to see the progress they've made and what they're doing here on the field, just how competitive and excited they all are. It's really cool.
It's really great. And I was sort of been looking at some previous articles you've been saying as well in terms of promoting the women's game going into the London games. Is there any insight you can give us on how you plan to sort of promote that?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if they know this yet, so we'll have to keep our voices down. But the opportunity is going to be for the winning team here to play against a girls' team from Germany.
Okay.
At Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, between the two games that'll be played at that stadium, and then we will also kind of honour them and recognise them on the field at one of the London games as well.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Who doesn't love England versus Germany in sport?
Exactly,
It's a great affair.
Exactly, and really cool for these girls to get the chance to represent the country in that as well. Yeah,
and of course, from what I know in your new role, we've come up to a year now. There's been a lot going on. What are sort of the plans in terms of the next year? I guess more in terms of what we saw with Emmanuel Boye and him announcing, obviously, Tennessee, big news. You know, in terms of that player development, where do you see the sort of next 12 months? Do you see there being more big stories in that regard?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the NFL Academy is a really important program for us in terms of developing international athletes from the UK, from Germany, and from Africa. In Emmanuel's case, so I think we'll continue to see the growth there. And we've recently hired a new head of the academy, a guy called Lamont Winston, who's coming in, worked in NFL player development, so really understands what it takes to make it to the top. He's going to be working on everything we can to make the academy an even better and more kind of thriving community for developing international athletes. So I think that's one of the things. I think you're going to see a lot more flag. I think flag football is a huge part of what we do and what we will be doing going forward. So I think more opportunities for kids, more kids in general playing flag football. A lot planned.
Yeah, and with flag football itself, events like this, they just increase the exposure. How much do you think that, these not just promote people to go into NFL, but, there's a lot more teams like the Patriots, for example, have their first full-time scout, female, events like today, do they help promote not just going on to become a player, but other roles in the NFL?
I think that's a really good point. Obviously, the first female playing in the NFL is probably some way off. But there are so many other pathways, and I think the NFL has worked hard to open those up for women in the US. What's exciting is now that there are these girls and girls across the UK and Europe and the rest of the world, frankly, who are going to have those type of opportunities. So I think it's on us certainly to get girls participating and playing the game, but I think also show them that there are other avenues to be still part of the NFL.
Touchdown there! Look at that.
There you go. I missed it. We've got Phoebe here, who's coached the NFL, and we know what an amazing success she made of that. But there are pathways in all kinds of areas of the game, and I think that's really exciting.
And then finally, just on behalf of all NFL UK fans, I'd like to thank you for the 3 great games that we have. Amazing lineups.
I'm not going to take the responsibility but they're great games.
Did want to keep it under wraps too. I mean, I was expecting Patriots v Saints, was the rumor I heard, but I have a friend who's a Colts fan, so we're excited for that Germany game, and I think the London ones are very, very exciting. Just one final question. We know that the Giants, as much as I don't like to talk about being a Patriots fan, when they first come to London, went on to win the Super Bowl. We haven't had a team come to London in the same season and go on to win it. Of the 6 that we have this year, do you think there's any who could go all the way? Make a case
I think we look at them, like more than half of them were in the playoffs last year. So I think I think they all have a great shot at doing it. So I'm probably not going to make a prediction for you if that's what you're looking for. But I think
I sit on the fence all the time on the show,
between them
so that's
and
good.
then obviously having in Germany having the Super Bowl champs. I'd actually be more surprised if they aren't. If it's an international team doesn't win the Super Bowl. It's
a high probability. So fingers crossed. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
Really appreciate it, and keep an eye out for more content coming this evening.